Hey, I'm Kyan Bergeron, CEO and founder of Foreigner Technologies. Today we've got a quick little demo of a system that we've been building in the back end. This system isn't for a specific company or a specific industry. We've just built this to demonstrate a possible system. This system is a legal intelligence system integrated with internal memory and a AI chatbot. We feel like systems like this get passed around a lot on social media. They look flashy, they sound cool, but often fall short in practice. Today we're building something different. This is actual infrastructure. Foreigner infrastructure is a new technology that we've been developing for the past couple of months. It's an intelligent backend layer built for businesses. It's not just a tool, but a modular AI system that connects to your internal workflows. In this demo, we will to demonstrate what is possible with Foreigner infrastructure. This demo will help you build a greater understanding of what a Forerunner infrastructure is and how it can help your business lead your industry. You'll see a system that can read contracts, flag legal and business risks, and translate dense clauses into plain language, while keeping your firm's data secure and private. Unlike most AI tools, this isn't built in a public model. It pulls your own documents and firm knowledge, so it gets smarter over time and stays aligned to how you actually work. The bigger picture of the system today is that you guys, as the business owners, are the innovators. We are just here to help you bring your innovations to life. This is a serious system. It isn't just a tool, it's a foundation layer, something we believe very serious firms will need to stay competitive. Let me show you how it works. Alright, first let's start off with the UI demo. We understand that we just talked about infrastructure, backend, blah blah blah, and now we're introducing it as if it was a SaaS application. We are aware of that, but this is just a front-end demo of what is this system could look like, right? So we've got the contract here in the middle, right? This is a contract. It could be a document. It could be whatever you imagine it being. That is the power of Foreigner infrastructure, right? We have the metrics on the side here, analyzing. But the bigger powerhouse of this whole system is this AI agent right here. This AI agent right here is backend, right? We could see here through this flowchart here, right? We got 5 stages here. We're gonna go over this in a bit, but we're gonna really focus right now on the Foreigner context engine here. This agent here has access to multiple memory. We're gonna start off here by the internal database here. This is the database that is integrating all the information from the contract here. So all this information, right when the contract gets sent into the software, is going to get sucked out in parts, as you can see here, and it's going to get thrown into the memory here. This demo doesn't work, by the way, at least for now, but not important. It's going to get sucked into the memory here. Now, this is the reason that the AI is able to analyze all this, right? So that's one of the first steps here. We're going to just look over this real quick. So the first stage of this infrastructure or this system is the document ingestion. This could be either a drag and drop, right? So, sorry. This could either just be a new analysis, right? So you just add a contract willy-nilly, just like that, simple as that. Or we can make things more complicated, more advanced, more wow, and that is integrating into your internal systems. So that is either we're gonna use a simple example here, a Google Sheets example. If all your documents were on Google Sheets, don't know why you would do that, but if that was the case, well, if that's the case, you should really work with Foreigner. If that isn't the case, doesn't matter, we could integrate. We would integrate that into the system here, so it'd basically be able to pick out the documents you want to make an analysis on. So that's why we said before that this isn't specifically for contracts. This could be an anything analysis. You can analyze anything. You can analyze your documents. You could even throw these things into templates, right? We even thought of a quick little thing here, template little function here, where you're able to, it says compare, but it would be more something like create a template. So example, if you had a bunch, I know lawyers often have a lot of templates because it's a lot of filling and stuff. So example, if you had a template that you want to fill out. So you have the contract here, you do an analysis on it with the AI, and then you have a template you want to fill out to be able to hand back to the client or whatever. Instead of having to go and filling this in, you have a lot of information here, right? You have a good amount of information. We could then go to here to create template, boom. So you could go and create the template using the data here. Obviously, this isn't a God. It doesn't know all the information that's possible, but that is the beauty of infrastructure, is that we could have access to as much information as we want. So we could have the information here on the contract or the document or whatever we're doing an analysis on, but also if we integrate it through your storage systems or where your client data is stored, we can then have a system that is able to create templates using that data, right? So that's just a little monologue of a possible system there. So yeah, so this UI was really quick. We built it really fast, so it's not going over absolutely everything, but that's not important because the UI is custom. It's dependent on what you need, what you want, right? Some people don't really care to have the ability to do that. Some people do. Some people want it to be like, we kind of tried to integrate it here, but like a Google Docs where you're able to customize the document right then and there. We kind of have access to that real quick here, but it's not finished. So yeah, that's basically just the UI. You could find it on this URL here. We will have it in the description of the video. Next, we're going to go straight to the backend because this is the juicy part. This is the interesting part. This is what Foreigner infrastructure is all about. So starting off here, like we've gone over slightly before, we've got the document ingestion. This is basically your input. So we've built a quick little system here to make sure that the documents are safe, make sure that they're secure, making sure they're getting put in the right places, right? So, we're not going to go over all the text here because it's a bunch of blah, 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 blah. So we're not going to go over all over the text here. It's too much text to go over. We don't want to waste your time. We want to keep this simple. So right away, you can see here, this is where you're going to drag and drop or either pull documents out from an API or a server, a whatever the hell you want to have integrated to. This is basically just going to look over the document. This is just security, right? But so this system here is really to make sure the document that is getting inputted is safe, right? So because these systems have access to data points and internal systems, in conclusion, it's just going to secure, make sure the document that is getting uploaded or the contract or whatever it is in the proper format, making sure the text is safe, make sure there's no malware. Okay, move on to something more interesting. Here, now this is the kind of interesting part. This is when the AI, our first AI agent into this system, will start pulling from the piece of data, so the document, the contract, whatever you sent in. This will start grabbing it and splitting up into chunks, right? And this is when we see our first storage component, which is here. So vector storage system. If you don't know what a vector storage base, it doesn't matter. It's our job to know. Basically going to store all the information here for the AI agent that is up here. So here is where all the document information is going to get cut up, stored. We're going to validate it, standards, tokenize it, put it into chunks, making it readable, making it less big, making the computing power smaller for the amount of payload that's going to go through here. Anyways, all right, this is stage 3. This is when AI starts to take over. This is the real AI part of the whole system. This is when it starts looking over the document contract, whatever it's looking over, comparing it to your internal systems, comparing it to what you want, what you think is good, what you think is bad, making sure that it's building you the best analysis it possibly can. Also comparing it to another database here that we have, which is benchmarks of the industry, whatever is good, bad, simple stuff here. So once the first step here has been looked over and we're able to grab all the data from point A here, being able to look it over here, comparing it, this is basically just the compare model. Being able to build a understanding of what the AI is looking at, what it needs to watch out for, and what is good, bad. All right, so once everything's been compared and looked over, we then have to run it through an algorithm here, right? So we've kind of built this simple little demo here of what this algorithm would really do, and this is really simple. It's just gonna calculate the risk, the clarity, the quality of the risk, at highs and medium, right? Is it good stuff? What is the liabilities? Everything of the sort, whatever you really want it to look over. And then this is going to be displayed on the UI here. So that's the importance of having a great UI, which here kind of lacks. But we can look over. See all of this stuff is all that is going to be controlled by the backend system, right? What is going to pop up as green? What is going to pop up as yellow, red? What is good? What is bad? What is okay? Just watch out for it, right? That is the true importance of infrastructure, helping your AI have greater understanding of what you need, the standards, and what exactly the output is needed to be, right? So also we have it output in the chat, right? Over here we have the chat that is basically able to talk to you about what is going on, what to watch out for, right? You could also chat with it, make sure that it updates certain things, right? This is all stuff that we could go over in a meeting, making sure that you have it exactly as you need. So really this step here is the brain. Right, we've kind of built a little brain here. You can look over on our website here. You can look over it. We're not going to go over this. It's pretty straightforward AI stuff. So we're going to move on to stage 4. Stage 4 is really all about the UI. This is when everything starts popping up here. So with often when people start building systems with AI or infrastructure or whatever, they often don't integrate front and back end, right? They either just build you a front end system that is a simple chatbot or something that is utterly useless, right? Or we have the other version of that, which is a back end that you never get to see what's happening, you never get control, right? The beauty of Foreigner infrastructure is that we're able to integrate front end, back end, giving you access to the data and what is really going on in the moment. Because at the end of the day, this isn't just an AI system. This is a part of your business. This is an actual infrastructure. It is important that you are able to understand what is going on, able to make decisions, because we don't want AI to just replace our jobs. We want it to integrate into our systems to help us become better. And this is exactly what this is going to help with. Stage 5 is really all about output. Where you want this data to go. What do you want to do after everything is looked over? What is the next step, right? So we've got a couple things that we've have locked in here, which is updating the memory, right? So this is basically the machine learning part where the AI is able to build a knowledge of past and what is good, bad, contracts, documents, whatever template it had to fill, what is good, bad, being able to build a knowledge that makes it stronger, better, and more efficient every time. So really at the top here, we kind of left it open-ended. That's the beauty of Foreigner infrastructure, is being able to integrate it in whatever way you want, right? The output is yours, the data is yours, the system is yours. So really, whatever way you want this data to flow, if you want it to be sent to a database, if you want it to be sent to someone specifically, if you want to make sure that the data is good before we could have a human in a loop system where it verifies with a real employee before adding it straight to the database, whatever exactly you wanted, this is the beauty of an infrastructure, is being able to integrate it in here. So yeah, so that brings us to the end of the demo. I really hope that this helped you guys. If there's anyone that's interested in having a system like this integrated into their workflows, we are looking for early adopters to be able to demonstrate what is possible with Foreigner technology. If you have any interest in a system like this, please go to our website, foreignertech.com, where you can have more information about what type of services we offer. I hope this helped. Thank you for your time.